welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anne and this is All the Budgeting. On this channel, I do paycheck cash stuffings, side hustle cash stuffings, cash condensings, and then I always close out my budget every month, which includes a net worth calculation. So if that is interesting to you, I do hope that you consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all of those things. All right, so today I'm doing my second paycheck stuffing for the month of December. I do have a couple of announcements before I get into that stuffing. So first, I just want to say if you've just stumbled on this video and you don't know what cash envelope budgeting is and what it's all about, I do have a free beginner's guide that you can find linked below. It just kind of walks you through everything that this process involves. All of that. Additionally, I am doing a whole video series on cash envelope budgeting basics. So you can, I think I have 2 videos out so far, so you can check those out. It is a separate playlist you can find on the homepage of my channel. I do also have another free guide linked that walks you through how to save more money and make some additional money. So, because let's face it, sometimes budgeting just is not enough. Okay, so then the next announcement is I am using new products today. So I have new envelopes as well as I have a new product offering that I'll show you when I get into the stuffing. They're all available in my Etsy shop, and everything in my Etsy shop is on sale for 25% off through the end of December. So if you are interested in checking anything out, maybe now is a good time to do that. All right, the next announcement is very exciting. If you have been following my journey, and if you haven't, I'm going to link my very first video on this channel, which was my debt confession. I'll link that above here. And I have sent in the last Chapter 13 bankruptcy payment. Now, obviously, the bankruptcy still needs to go through the whole process of getting discharged. But yes, I got the payoff amount from the trustee and I sent that in yesterday. So I have a lot of emotions about it. I paid it off a year early. It was supposed to be 5 years. I paid it off in 4. And I'm very proud of that. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of emotions on it. You know, it was a really difficult decision to do that, but it ended up being the absolute best decision that I've ever made. Now, I'm not sitting here advocating everybody to go file for bankruptcy. It's not the answer for everybody, but it was the answer for me, and it absolutely was the catalyst in me changing my financial situation. And yeah, and this channel has been a big part of it, right? You know, doing these cash stuffing videos has kept me accountable. I launched my Etsy shop out of it. And, you know, I enjoy making those products, and, you know, I'm always thinking about new products that I can create. Yeah, so so exciting. So now I'm shifting my focus now. I have a couple of 401k loans that I took out to help my side business that I am, you know, wanting to build. My goal is to be able to replace my 9-to-5 income with my side business, which, you know, my Etsy shop is part of that, but it also encompasses a lot more. I'm kind of done with corporate America. And so I would like to get out. So, so I'm shifting my focus now to those 401k loans that I took out to help my business. And then I do have a small medical debt that I'm not getting charged interest for. So, you know, I'm just making the payments every month. So the 401k loans will be first priority, and there's 3 of them, and so I'll pay them off as I can, and then move on to the next one, and then the medical debt. So by my calculations, I should be completely debt free except for my mortgage by like June or July, which is really exciting. I will be doing a video as well in the next week or so to put up at the beginning of the year, that really is just talking about kind of my new goals right now that I'm done with the bankruptcy, right? What is my rebuild plan? Because now it's about rebuilding my credit, and what are my new goals and all of that. So I will be doing a video on that. Again, that will go up in early January. Okay, so anyway, that's it for the announcements. So moving on to the stuffing. So as always, I start with the 5s and singles that were in my rollover envelope. I'm going to do the same thing that I did last year, which was just collect them in this pouch. If you saw a link to this video, I counted how much I had. So I collected them all through 2025 and I counted them. And I had about just shy of $600. I was hoping for $300. So what an easy, painless way to save money. And it was just like a little extra bonus for me. So I'm definitely doing it again. I would recommend if you pay with cash a lot, and you have 5s and singles left over, just put them in a pouch. Just kind of, don't worry about it. Now I know some people, as soon as they get a 5 or as soon as they get a single, they don't spend it. I don't do that. I spend what is in my wallet. And so if it makes sense for me to use 5s and singles, I do that. It's just whatever is left at the end of the week, I put in my rollover, and then I take those 5s and singles out of the rollover and put them in this pouch. That's it. So, okay. So again, I'm not going to count the money every week. I'm just going to count what I'm putting in every time. So this time I'm putting in 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. As part of that video where I'm kind of talking through my goals for the year, I am going to be talking about, I'm going to incorporate a couple of other savings challenges into the mix. And so I'll talk through those. Okay, so now getting into the budget. So this is an extra week paycheck. So that was added in, that $300. My regular paycheck was $3,768 and I had $50 in rollover. So my total income that I'm working with is $4,118. My total bills and expenses, this stays in my checking account and just the bills get paid from there, comes to $2,793, which is leaving me $1,325 to stuff. So let me get this here. Grab the money, grab priority 1. Okay, so let's give this a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 556, 657, 758, 859, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 310, 25. I hope you are all doing well. It is Saturday, December 20th as I'm filming this, and I am now officially on vacation through the end of the year. So I go back to work on the 5th of January, and when I tell you I'm excited about that. I try to do this every year. It all depends on my project work. Sometimes you don't have that luxury, but I have been able to do it the last few years, and I look forward to it every single time. Okay, so I mentioned I have a new product offering, and that is this dashboard. So it's not the full envelope, it's just the dashboard that you can put into one of these types of envelopes. So this is just an envelope. It has a open side. It will also fit into the envelopes that have the zipper. I personally don't like those. I feel like they add too much bulk to the binder. My binders don't leave the house, so I'm not really concerned about money falling out of them. And I actually really like these. I got these off of Amazon and they were pretty inexpensive, like a dozen for like $8 or $9. I have them linked in my Amazon storefront if you want to check that out. But yeah, so I have them in A5 or A6, which is the size, and A5, which is a little bit bigger. And you get both of those sizes in the one listing. So yeah, go check those out. That was by request of one of my loyal customers. And so she asked me if I would consider making these. And I actually really like them. I didn't think I would like these types of envelopes, but I actually kind of do. So, so thank you for suggesting that. Okay, so getting into today's stuffing in priority 1. So emergency is getting 50. So in emergency, I have 1, 2, 250, 3, 350. Health is getting 50. So in health, I have 50, 1, 50. Extra week is getting 50. And so in extra week, I have 100. Extra debt is getting 175. In extra debt, I have 1, 50, 2, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Home maintenance is getting 10. In home maintenance, I have 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. There's my cat's food right on time. Home improvement is getting 10. In home improvement, I have 1, 50, 70, 90, 200, 10, 15, 20. Car maintenance is getting 10. In car maintenance, I have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Pet care is getting 10. In pet care, I have 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 15. Electronics is getting 10. In electronics, I have 1, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. Okay, that does it for priority 1. And priority 2. So in this one, I am still doing the envelopes because of these dividers and gifts. It's just a little bit too bulky for that other envelope. I may look into maybe doing an A5 binder for this, or just keep doing the envelopes. I mean, those don't take me long to make it all. And so yeah. Okay, so nothing in rollover. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Groceries is getting $4.50 because of that extra week. I do budget $150 a week for groceries, which is insanity for one person, but it is what it is. Okay, so groceries has $3.50, $4.50. Spending is getting 320s, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83. I budget $100 a week for spending. That just, if I feel like grabbing coffee out, if I grab lunch, that kind of thing. Hair is getting $150. So in hair, I have $150 to $10. Subscriptions is getting 10. And so in subscriptions, I have 175 plus 140 plus 180 plus 150, 70, 90, 210, 220, 225. So I have 720 in subscriptions. Vacation is getting 10. In vacation, I have 1, 10, 20, 25, 30. Christmas is getting 10. It is currently empty as I have spent the money for this Christmas, so now I'm building for next Christmas. Holiday dinner is getting 10, and that has 10.25. I did just host Thanksgiving. My sister's hosting Christmas, so I will host Christmas next year. So now we're building for that. And then gifts is getting 10, and that is going into Mother's Day. So gifts has 50, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30. So 130 in gifts. Now my priority 3 binder is not getting stuffed this time. That's what happens sometimes, right? And that's why I separate my envelopes into priorities so that I make sure that the higher priority items get stuffed first. So it's not getting stuffed, but we'll go through and count. So entertainment is currently empty. Clothes has 10.25. Beauty has 10.25. Miscellaneous, I think just has 10. Yep. Planner stuff has 50, 70, 80, 95. Crafting has 1, 20, 30, 45. And 1 month ahead has 1, 20, 30, 45. Okay, so that does it for today's video. So just once again, I am running a sale, everything in my Etsy shop, 25% off through the end of December. I do have these new dashboards available. They come in A5 and A6. They're printable. You can reuse them as often as you would like. So, similar to the envelopes, right? You just add in your category and just cut them. And I recommend printing them on cardstock just to be a little bit sturdier. You certainly can laminate them if you would like. But yeah, so next up I will be doing my condensing for the month of December. And yeah, that'll be coming at you next. All right, thanks everyone. Hope you're having a great week.